What is the real reason that the upstairs at Graceland is closed to the public? Some clues can be found in the recent memoir written by Lisa Marie Presley and her daughter Riley Keough.
I think that she had experienced a lot of loss very early on in her life, and I think a lot of her life was dictated by that and by grief. So it was definitely complicated, but within that there was so much, love.
Lisa was only 9 years old when she witnessed her father lying unconscious on the floor of his bathroom upstairs at Graceland. 4 years Lisa Marie suffered in silence as she dealt with her grief all alone. As an adult, it was very hard for her to talk about.
His body was in the house for 3 days, and there was something very oddly comforting about that, which made it not necessarily real for me, as I stayed in there with it almost the whole time. We can stop.
For the first time, Lisa talked about her grief openly in her memoir, written with her daughter Riley, called From Here to the Great Unknown. She talked candidly about what happened on the fateful day of August 16, 1977, the day Elvis died. I ran toward the stretcher. Someone pulled me back. They had to keep working on him, Lisa described. He wasn't pronounced dead yet. They took him out and I started screaming that I wanted him, that I needed him, and I started kicking and punching whoever was holding me back, unquote. Although at the time, Lisa was upset that the adults held her back from seeing her father close up, she recalls in her memoir that it was probably better that way. Quote, "To be fair, if I had gotten to him, I would have seen his face, which was distorted, and that would have traumatized me more." Just hours later at the hospital, Elvis was pronounced dead. Although it devastated her life, Lisa never grieved properly because she was so young.
I was a wreck. I was a mess, but I also was confused because I was so upset.
As a result, she just kept shoving her emotions away as she got older. The upstairs at Graceland, where she had spent so much precious time with her father, was now the scene of the worst moment of her life. Lisa described running into the bathroom as Elvis lay lifeless on the floor. She described Elvis's bathroom as being, quote, "absolutely enormous, so big it had a washbin just for his hair. The shower was gigantic too, a walk-in, and it kind of wrapped around." But Lisa was stopped that afternoon from seeing her father close up. They took Lisa out of the bathroom and downstairs to the dining room. Quote, "They brought the stretcher down the steps right past me," Lisa recalled. "I didn't see his face, but I saw his head, I saw his body, I saw his pajamas, and I saw his socks at the bottom of the gurney." The next time Lisa would see Elvis was in his coffin. Many people don't realize that Elvis's funeral was not held in a public funeral home, but right in the living room at Graceland. Lisa remembers sitting on the steps at Graceland watching the fans come pay their respects to Elvis. In 1977, the decor of the living room and dining room was shockingly different to what fans see today. Watch this video for more info. Lisa said, quote, "Watching other people grieve my father made me not grieve in public. I just didn't. I couldn't." In her memoir, Lisa admitted, quote, "The grief still comes. Still just there." After Elvis died, the upstairs to Graceland was locked. Lisa would go back to Graceland to visit as a teenager while Aunt Delta and her great-grandmother, Minnie Mae, were still living there. She was only allowed to go upstairs briefly. "I could go up there, but I had to come back down," Lisa explained. For reasons unknown to Lisa, Vernon and Priscilla would not allow her to sleep in her bedroom anymore. "I don't know why," Lisa said. "Maybe because his room was there. I think there were a lot of conversations going on about what to do with the upstairs to keep it preserved." Lisa would stay in the room next to the kitchen. So if Lisa was barely allowed upstairs, it's not surprising that when Graceland opened for tours in 1982, that the public would not be allowed upstairs. Lisa Marie was only 14 years old at the time when Priscilla would make the decision that the upstairs at Graceland would be off limits to the public.
It's really not open at all to the public, and it's just sacred, and that's how we want to keep it. It will remain very private because that was his private sanctuary. This is where he wanted to go to be left alone.
In addition to Priscilla's explanation, Graceland officially states that, quote, This is out of respect for Elvis, who happily shared the rest of Graceland with anyone who came to visit but kept this area less accessible to others, unquote. Privacy issue is also why Graceland will never publish any photos from the upstairs in their official guidebook. Another reason stated by Graceland is the physical logistical challenge of having tours upstairs, which is explained in this video. Do you think the upstairs at Graceland should be open to the public? Let us know in the comments below. But another possible reason that nobody speaks about is suggested by Lisa's comments in her memoir. One of the key reasons that the upstairs is off limits is most likely because it was the place where Elvis lost his life. The upstairs was where Elvis spent the happiest and most intimate moments of his life, and yet it also was where Elvis tragically died. Lisa endured so much trauma witnessing the scene upstairs where her father died. The theory suggested by many is that the Presley family would not want to expose that area for the public to see. Allowing tourists upstairs could easily turn into morbid curiosity and become a tawdry attraction where people would come to gawk at Elvis's bathroom and focus on how he died, instead of how he lived. After her parents divorced in 1973, Lisa would come stay at Graceland without Priscilla and spend lots of time alone with Elvis upstairs. Her bedroom was catty-corner to Elvis's bedroom. The upstairs also included Elvis's office, 3 bathrooms, and a spare bedroom which Elvis used as a walk-in closet. In her book, Lisa revealed that her bedroom also had a door connected to the wardrobe room. In the mid-1970s, Lisa Marie grew close with Elvis's new girlfriend Linda Thompson, who dated Elvis through 1976. In fact, when Elvis died, 9-year-old Lisa immediately picked up the phone and called Linda to tell her what had happened.
I was at my apartment in Los Angeles, and Elvis had actually come and spent some time with me there in the past. And it was still, the memory is so surreal because Lisa Marie would call me from time to time. She was only 9 years old, but we really shared a connection as well. I love little kids, so I adored her. I just thought she was, the sweetest little thing and funny. So she would call me from time to time and just say, "Hey, it's Lisa. I'm playing. I'm in the golf cart. And blah, blah, blah." And she would just be really excited and letting me know what she was doing. And this time, her voice had that same intensity. She said, "Linda." I said, "Hey, honey." She said, "It's Lisa." I said, "I know who you are, you little goober nickel." And she said, "My daddy's dead. My daddy's dead." And it was stunning to me. I just said, no, he's not. She said, "Yes, he is. They just told me my daddy's dead." And I said, no, honey, I'm sure he's not. I'm sure are you sure he's just not sick? Remember the time I had to call and take him to the hospital because his breathing wasn't right? Remember, he's a little bit sick? No, he's dead. They told me he's dead. Nobody knows, but they told me he's dead. And she said he's smothered in the carpet. And I just threw the phone across the room. And I was just saying, no, because when she said that, I thought, that's it, he's gone. And I have chill bumps even thinking about it now. And I threw the phone across the room because I couldn't even bear to think it. And then, my reasoning came back to me, and I thought, there's this little 9-year-old girl who had the presence of mind to pick up the phone and call me. So I reached for the phone and had to say what I could say to Lisa to comfort her, But, to this day, I still get emotional thinking about it, It was a terrible time.
So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like this video to help this channel grow. For more fascinating facts about Elvis, pick up one of Trina Young's 4 Elvis books. Read a free excerpt at elvisbiography.net. Please subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for notifications of future videos. And keep watching more Elvis videos here.